Good night, it's the 28th of January 2023. The weather in Ireland is mild and dampish, good enough weather. This is Forestry sell out €10, video 51R. Now, I did two earlier videos, 51P and 51Q, and they got a great viewership, but I've got a lot of people ringing me and talking to me about what is going on with the forestry situation. And the answer is that the CEO, or the person in charge of culture, the Irish Forestry Board, which is joint owned by the Minister for Finance and the Minister for Agriculture, and is the land bank, one of the major landholders of the state on behalf of the Irish people. He has done a deal with Gresham Investment House in London, in which they can join with culture in growing forestry and reaping all of the grants. Now, don't forget the forestry people, culture, their function is to do this. Their function is to grow woodlands and forestry in Ireland. And yet they have to partner with this other crowd. So what's wrong? It's not like Bord-na-Mona, where they have turf that can't be cut, peat, that for various reasons they've decided to stop cutting it. Culture has the land it always had. And I've given in the earlier videos the legal situation and what grants are to be available, and the big issue that you have to plant, again, at your own cost, the forest when you get the first cut. Now look at the nastiness of the Irish state. It gives you all the grants you want for the first 20 years. Then when you have them cut and taken away, you have to replant again, and you must replant at your own expense, or they'll take the grants back off you. You can't return the land to agriculture, or you can't even let it grow into shrubland for wildlife or anything like that. Now, people say, why did they do that? Why did the minister stop it? The law is that if the CEO of culture wanted to sell every acre, all of the land they had, to anyone, a friend of his own, his auntie Julia, his cousin, or anything else, he could sell the whole lot for €10. That's about all he'd have to demand for it. Just to fulfill the contract, you have to charge some little bit of money. So for this €10 note, he or she could sell all the land belonging to us, the people, for €10. That's the law, and there's nothing the minister can do about it. Now, the big question is this: who allowed that law to exist? It suits the ministers, the two ministers, because they can now wash their hands of it and say, oh, it was him did it. Oh, he did it, the CEO. Who has that law? They have that law there because that suits them. Oh, we can't do a thing about it. Where was the opposition? Did Sinn Féin ever raise this issue? What are they supposed to be? They're supposed to be a political party that is supposed to work for the people. Where did any of the Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, or any other, you wouldn't expect the Greens because they are a sellout altogether. Why was such a law allowed to be passed? And the answer is because they want to be able to flog the whole country and anything they could. They tried to sell the water to business. They've got the whole pension funds of America stuck right in our electricity bill. And now they want to sell our forestry land. And there's no such thing as putting it up for tender, giving somebody else a chance, letting some other Irish company buy it. Nothing. He can just do it all on his own. That's the law as I understand it. €10 is all he has to get. That is the situation. How did this crowd come in on the deal? Now, folks, if I'm right, and I believe I am, there's nothing can be done, only tax them. Maybe persuade I don't think anything's going to happen. I never experienced such anger. I had people on the phone to me all day today giving out about it. And what you can do, if you're watching my video, is turn the heat up on these creeps. Tell everyone you meet what they have done. Explain it in the simple terms that I have. And try and poison the name of all these politicians. I don't have a replacement, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the National Party doesn't appear to be where it's at. I don't know, is it capable of getting votes? It could be a lot wiser. The problem with the Irish Freedom Party is I'm not just so sure the Irish people want to support an Irish exit from the EU. I'm not too sure that wouldn't turn them off. This is not really an EU issue. This is an issue of our own law. There's nothing in any EU law that demands this. This is our own government. In fact, it might be possible to invoke some type of EU law on competition and state funding to block it. And that's what the forestry associations are trying to do as best they can. So that's the situation. This is going to happen, and they'll do more of this in the next year. And if they can get back into power, even Sinn Féin now, and people have said, why isn't Sinn Féin doing anything? Why didn't they get this law changed, or at least try to get it changed? They'll sell everything. They'd sell the children born if they could. That's what they would do. They'd take the children off the couples and give them away, or use their organs, or kill them, or do anything. They are fit for anything. They're fit for anything. They have no limit to their desire to use political office to profit and benefit other people and give everything else we have away, whether it's migration, or land, or fish, or electricity supply, or water, or anything else. They cannot make people vote for them. They cannot make people vote for them. That's the pure situation. But people are going to vote for them. They're going to vote for them on an out silly promise to give them something for nothing. Folks, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and we'll see you back for something else soon. Thank you.